So, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I will show you how to pick exercises to build aesthetic physique. Now, who am I to talk about this? Well, I'm Tomas and I've been building my dream physique for the past 3 years. I've built aesthetic abs and I add 25 kilograms of muscle in less than 3 years. Now, if you're new here, this is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to test stuff, I'm trying to read studies and apply it to my training. And in this video, I will show you how to pick exactly the right exercises for you to build the most amount of muscle naturally. And that is the key point. So this video will be informative and I would actually advise you to write down some things from this because that is actual gems. So this video will have a structure that we'll go through, but first we will start with common myths. Now, what most people think that there are some exercises that are the best and some that will never give you muscle. And that is the complete opposite of the truth. Because there are exercises that are literally better and they are worse. This is not a binary state where some exercises are literally will give you 100% of muscle and then some exercises that will never give you muscle. And that is what most people try to say and try to convince people that there are some exercises that you should do because they will give you 100% of the muscle, and these exercises they will never give you muscle. So like I heard some people that conventional lifts like compound lifts like bench press, they will not give you as much muscle as pec deck because pec deck is way better. Now this is a common myth. Now the second common myth is that there is some secret exercise. Now you might heard this term before, that influencer is trying to sell you some program and they will tell you they have these secret exercises that will boost muscle growth by 100% or some crazy things. And this is complete BS. You never trust a guy who will tell you this is the secret exercise that no one talks about, that I invented and it's the best exercise for you. Obviously, if you have some brain, you will understand that is the BS. And never go and never listen to that guy because there are literally no secret exercises. There are some that are better and there are some that are worse, but there are some new exercises that are science-based and they're basically the best exercises. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot invent some new exercise. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that you have to think critically about the exercises, about the anatomy and how it works so it will hit the muscle or not. And that's why you have to use your own logic to get that. But we will going to learn you how to pick exercises for you to build muscle without any BS advice. So let's go through this. So I will start with the first one, which is my first point and it's really important, and that is the exercise that you're picking has to be stable. So most people just think that you can pick whatever exercise and it will be good. And that is the case for beginners, but if you're an advanced lifter, you have to stabilize your exercises and pick the ones that are more stable. So for example, if we're talking about what is more stable, pec deck or bench press? Well, pec deck is more stable because you don't have to move the bar, you just push through it. But when we compare bench press to dumbbells, because your gym doesn't have pec deck, well, bench press now is way stable exercise than dumbbells because you have to stabilize the dumbbells in each hand. And that's why bench press will be way stable and way better for muscle growth in the long term, because if you have to put a lot of stabilizer exercises, it will drain your CNS. And if you're going to train your CNS as an advanced lifter, this will slow down your muscle growth. So that's why you have to pick exercises that are more stable. So if you get the point what I'm talking about, that is good. But this have to be also in the things that what you have access to in your gym. So for example, my gym has these few things in it, okay? And if you want, so I will give you an example. If you want to grow legs, you will pick exercise like pendulum, because I believe that is the best exercise for quads, squat pattern. But there are also hack and squat, which is also really good for your quads. But when you look at my gym, you will not see that. What you will see is maybe a squat. And that is the best squat pattern in my situation, because that will build the most muscle, because I have only squat pattern. Now, I could have even worse exercises, and that is Bulgarian split squat, because you are on one leg and you have to stabilize this, and this will be a lot less effective in the long term, because it will drain your CNS. Now, for football players or some guys who are trying to build plyometric, that is the different story. We are talking about hypertrophy, and for hypertrophy, stabilizing your exercises is the way, and it's also safer in long term. So the second thing that is, I think, the most important of them all is you have to progress on it. So what most exercises have in common is that some exercises can be good for you, but you can't progress on them. So I will give you example. I don't have good leg extension machine. It's really hard for me to go there and like push more weight on it. But when I'm trying like sissy squat, that is really good because I have deep stretch and it's good. But it's also less stable, but I can go and touch some things so it's more stable, but I can't add weight. Therefore, I can't progress, and if you can't progress, you will not grow. And that's why it is so important to progress on exercise. Now, there are also some things like we can also compare bench press to pec deck. If you have pec deck that is from Tech Gym has equipment that is really easy to go full stack. So therefore you cannot progress more. So literally, when I go to these gyms that have this equipment, I can see that literally I can full stack pec deck like nothing. And that's the problem, because if you want to build muscle in the long term, you have to progress. And that's why bench press is the way. Because you can load bench press like to the infinite. Now, I'm not saying like the infinite, but literally, you can load it to your max. You can't actually be problem to load bench press. You can always add weight on bench press. So pick exercises that you can load in the long term. And they are easy to be loaded, because if you can't progress, you will be the same. You will literally look like the same, and this was the mistake that I did. When I started out, I tried to do the same exercises with the same weight, and I was wondering like, why am I not growing? It is because I didn't try to progress. And that's the key point. So track your workouts and progress on them, and this is what will actually help you to grow. The last point, so I'm not going in circles, is that you have to enjoy. I think that is the really simple. If you don't enjoy exercise, you will not progress on it, because you can try however you want, but if you go heavier and you really don't enjoy it, you really hate it, you will break your physique, you will do something because you will not push as hard, and therefore you will not build a muscle in the long term. So please, pick exercise that you enjoy. Don't be like this old bro that if it hurts, it is really good. No pain, no gain. No, this is not how it works. If you're an advanced lifter and you want to see long-term growth, you have to enjoy the exercise. So for example, for me, I didn't enjoy squats. Okay, so what I did like way around it, and I tried to like skip it, but my legs were small, so I tried to incorporate in my training, and I started enjoying, and I started progressing on them, and now I'm building more muscle on my quads because I enjoy it more. Before that, I didn't enjoy it as much, and this is like squats are not most enjoyable exercises for anyone that I know, but for me now it's normal exercise and I could enjoy if I'm pushing hard, okay? But if you don't like your exercises, just don't do that. Pick other variation. Now they might be a little bit less stable or a little bit less science-based, but if you enjoy that exercise, that is all you need to progress. So that is the summary of this video. Don't pick exercises that are secret and new and science-based and stuff like that. Don't do that. Pick exercise with logic and what we covered. Pick exercises that are stable, easy to progress, to add weight, and you enjoy. Because if you don't enjoy, well man, I hate to say it to you, but you're never gonna look like what you want to look like. You're never gonna build that dream physique, and that is the point of this channel. So if you want to actually grow, drop a like, drop a subscribe, and if you want me to help you build your dream program to help you build muscle, I have first link in the description. That is the first link that will help you to try new program. I have free program there, so you can try it out, and later on you can book a call with me to see if we're a good fit. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.